Sick and tired of your days feeling like this? I've been there, but I have gathered my 5 best tips to help you get back on the productivity train. Ditch your morning routine. How many videos have you seen that claim that your whole productivity system stands or falls with your morning routine? Well, I've seen a lot, and I'm here to claim the exact opposite. Most people are most productive in the morning, and if you aren't the most productive in the morning, you probably aren't a morning person, and getting up an hour earlier for all these morning routine activities probably sounds like absolute hell to you. Your most productive time should be reserved for doing the most demanding work, and your activities that you do during a morning routine often aren't that. So your morning routine might actually be taking time away from the time in your day where you can complete work the most easily. Now, if you think that I am saying that you should ditch your morning routine in favor of more work, you clearly haven't been here before. Hi, I'm Insa, and I believe that we in life should work as little as we possibly can. If you want to learn how to do that, you should subscribe to the channel. But then why ditch your morning routine? To me, activities that you do during your morning routine are of great importance. We often do exercise, journaling, meditation, connection, getting to know ourselves, connecting with other people. And these things are cornerstones of this channel. But that doesn't mean that you should do them first thing in the morning. And it doesn't mean that they lose their value if you don't do them in the morning. So then when should you do these things? You should pick the time that works best for you, but I would like to propose the afternoon slump. We often aren't productive in that period after lunch. Once your concentration flies out the window, that is the perfect time to go and get a workout in, do your meditation after, and then return fresh to your desk. You can journal after work before you go to bed, maybe on your commute if you have a long one. And another bonus of starting your work earlier means that you will get off of work earlier, leaving you a whole afternoon for doing what you want to do with your life. Spend your time doing what is really important. If I would ask you to make a list of your most important to-dos right now, what would it look like? Would it be to go to the grocery store, answer that email from Kara or Jeff? Or would it be work on my dream business, go and get a workout in, and work on that new passion project that I've always wanted to start? Neither of these lists are inherently wrong. One just focuses on what is urgent and the other one focuses on what's important. And one of the biggest productivity hacks is learning how to differentiate those two. And then it's all about balancing them. But how on earth do you do that? That is where an Eisenhower matrix can help you. On a piece of paper, you're going to divide it into 4 parts. Important, non-urgent, important, urgent, urgent but not important, and not urgent, not important. And then in those sections, you are going to put all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis and all the goals and dreams and things that you want to do. It's also very important to remember that we are deciding what is important to you, not to society. For you, learning to sew a new dress might be incredibly important, while it is something really stupid to somebody else. While you might not understand why somebody would ever train for a marathon, while that is a whole life to somebody else. So the goal that we want to achieve is that you're working on your non-urgent important things during that most productive time, because those will have the biggest impact on your life. These are often the things that you need to do to bring your dream life to life. Then after that come the urgent important things, because of course we don't want to neglect them. If you don't pay your bills, you're going to have a problem. We are left with the non-important things. The things that are non-urgent and non-important, just scrap them off your calendar. If just scrapping things doesn't feel right, they're probably important to you, so they should be somewhere else. And then for those non-important urgent things, you can ask a partner or a friend to help out. It's not because you can do all the house chores that you need to be doing all the house chores. I know not everybody is in a position to outsource everything that is non-important, but it's something that you can work towards. Spend as little time behind your desk as possible. You might have a job that requires a lot of desk time or little desk time. Wherever you fall on that spectrum, try to spend as little time behind your desk as you possibly can. More thinking, less doing. That is the goal. To get the most out of your thinking time, you need to do that away from your desk. Instead of sitting behind your computer, staring at your screen, doing nothing productive for hours, get up. Go out. Take the time to think, get inspired, go on walks, and while you do that, have some questions in your mind on problems that you want to solve, projects that you want to work on. And a pro tip, voice note them to yourself and then listen to them once you get back to your desk. It is a game changer. If you need to force the doing, that means that you aren't ready for the doing yet. You need to take a little more time to get inspired, to plan, to learn. Think of yourself as a sponge. You need to absorb all this information before you can get to your desk and squeeze it all out. And I hear you, isn't that more time just doing work? No, it isn't. Because you spend a lot of time thinking, but often you are thinking about multiple projects and ideas at once. The skills that you are learning will apply to different areas of your job. Your work quality will be higher, the doing will be faster. So it will probably be the same amount, if not even a little less. And all those inspiration walks, the time spent reading, the time that you spend at lectures, learning, it doesn't feel as work as much, which will also give you the idea of a more fulfilling, balanced life instead of just spending your days away at your desk. You can't pour from an empty cup. If you're here on this channel, you probably already know that rest is incredibly important, so I won't explain that to you. Instead, I want to focus on the different types of rest. You don't have to go and lay down on a couch all day to say that you have rested. Rest can look different to everyone. Everybody has activities that give you energy and activities that take that energy away. Any activity that gives you energy can be seen as rest. We just call it active resting, and it can be a game changer for a lot of people. Exercise, cooking, doing your hobbies, spending time creating, going out with friends, all of these things can give you energy. All of these things can be considered rest. Make sure you get enough sleep, and your rest time will not have to be spent on the couch. Organizing your life, having a calendar, knowing what's going on, knowing where your stuff is in your space is also a form of self-care. So make sure you make time for weekly resets, for planning routines, for reflection, just so you know what's going on in your life. You will feel so much more in control. Go talk to your management. Did you know that 80% of improductivity is due to bad management? I know that many of you aren't self-employed, so that the tips that I gave in this video might not completely resonate with you, but they can be if you ask for them. If you feel like you can't work productively, go and talk to your management about it. Ask for what you need to do your job properly. They might not know that you are struggling, and it might not be the things that I stated in this video. Maybe you need more flexible work hours, maybe you need less work on your plate, maybe you need help. Whatever it is, ask for it, because that is the first step to change. Also, make sure that you put boundaries in place. If they are giving you way too much work, that is the #1 productivity killer, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Someone who's on the edge of burnout will probably not do a lot of work, and that is their responsibility. But it's also your responsibility to tell people when you cannot take anything more. If you enjoyed this video, I am sure that you will enjoy these 2 videos as well. So go ahead and watch them, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I will see you next week. Toodaloo!